This is the Pixel 6 Pro, the first Pixel with Google's in-house chipset. It is one of the best bangs for your buck smartphone in 2023. I have been using the Pixel 6 Pro since its launch in 2021, and coming from a Pixel 5, it has been a really big upgrade. In fact, the Pixel 6 series was one of the biggest year-over-year upgrade I have ever witnessed in the smartphone industry. This brought Google back in the hardware game and went head-to-head with the other flagship smartphones, but it was so full of bugs that people started ditching it for other flagships. But not everyone is fortunate enough to just switch phones whenever they want. So Google needed to fix this, and they got to work. It got better and better with every upgrade, and over the next 6 months or so, almost all the bugs were fixed and it started performing at the level it was expected to. Fast forward to 2023, you can easily score a good deal for the Pixel 6 Pro, and the value for the price is much higher. The Google Tensor is holding up really well even after 1.5 years. There is no noticeable drop in performance other than a little lag, which rarely happens. Just to check the performance, I have shot and edited a 4K video from start to finish right on the Pixel 6 Pro. You can check that video right up here. It does get warm while doing any performance intensive task, but that does not impact the actual performance. The whole purpose of the Tensor chip is to make the Pixel really smart, and it does that very well. There are so many smart AI features in this phone that are worth using every day, such as the live captions, Magic Eraser, the really useful recorder app that live transcribes everything with very high accuracy, and phone features such as Hold for Me or call screening. The amount of spam calls I receive on the Pixel 6 Pro is much lower than what I normally get on an iPhone or a Samsung. And then there is the machine learning capabilities of it, such as the adaptive battery, which learns your daily usage pattern and extends the daily battery life. All these smart software features along with simple and clean UI takes the software experience up a notch. Google also added a couple years to the guaranteed software updates with the Pixel 6 series. So now you get 3 years of software updates, which means the last update for the Pixel 6 Pro will be the Android 16 sometime in the last quarter of 2024. And the last security update will be in October 2026. So there's a long life for the Pixel 6 Pro in terms of software updates. Alongside the amazing software, the Pixels are also known for their amazing cameras. And with the Pixel 6 Pro, we finally got the long overdue camera hardware upgrade. There are 3 cameras on the back for the first time in a Pixel. The main camera has a 50 megapixel sensor combined with the 12 megapixel ultra wide and my favorite 48 megapixel 4x telephoto. And it also had some issues. The photos looked a little over processed, but Google fixed that pretty quickly. Keep in mind, every photo taken on the Pixel 6 Pro is always binned down to 12 megapixel photo, even if that's shot on the 50 megapixel or 48 megapixel camera. And there is no way to take a full 50 megapixel photo, not even in RAW mode. The Pixel takes amazing photos almost always. The laser focus is spot on. It takes good portrait shots for which you can adjust the blur intensity in the Photos app. You also get this unique motion feature which I did not find on any other flagship. Instead of a normal boring photo, you can use the action pan feature to fully capture the action in its true form, and the long exposure does the opposite and blurs the subject to create some really interesting photos. Google also leveled up the video quality with the Pixel 6 Pro. It's not the best in the industry, but it's getting closer. But the best thing about the cameras is that you can use all the different lenses in the social media apps directly. The switching between the lenses is pretty obvious, but I'm glad I can make a Snapchat with the 4x telephoto lens. All the cameras are housed in this camera visor, which adds that unique element to the design, making it easy to recognize among the other flagships. But on the front, it's pretty much the same as every other Android phone. The display on the Pixel 6 Pro is just below the top tier, but it's still great. It's a curved 1440p 120Hz display, and it maintains that frame rate effectively. But in direct sunlight, I did find myself trying to increase the brightness only to find out that it's cranked all the way up. Other than that, I have no complaints. But I do have an issue with what's underneath the display, the fingerprint scanner. It used to be really slow and inaccurate, and after so many updates, it's only improved slightly. And it still rejects my thumb sometimes. Although I use the Pixel 6 Pro strictly with the fairly thin case and I did drop it multiple times, There isn't any damage to the phone at all, except these 2 scratches and a very small nick to the camera visor. Having a big 6.7-inch display, it does get a little hard to use with a single hand and even to pull down the notification bar. But you can use this one hand mode to pull the screen to the bottom half, or you can also map that same gesture to bring the notification bar from literally any screen. Battery life improves significantly when it learns your daily usage, and it can easily last you a whole day of normal usage. And the battery saver extends the battery decently. But the extreme battery saver takes it to another level. It obviously has some annoying things, such as if I'm watching or listening to anything and I receive a notification, it will keep the volume lower for like a second or two after the notification. I'm not sure if that's a feature or a bug. It also had some network issues since day one, and they are pretty much still here. It's a hardware issue and it cannot be fixed by a software update. So if you live in an area where network issues are common, it's probably better to avoid the Pixel 6 Pro. But this isn't an issue for all the Pixel 6, but more like a few devices. I did use the latest Pixel 7 Pro for about a month, and that phone is basically a much more refined version of the Pixel 6 Pro, and almost all the software refinements did make their way to the Pixel 6 Pro also. This makes it even more appealing. So if you're looking to become part of Team Pixel, or you want the best value for your money, the Pixel 6 Pro is a solid choice. To watch some of the best features of the S23 series, you can click here, and I will see you guys in the next one.